Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first general reading I'm doing and it pertains to life path guidance from your guides. Again, it's a general reading, so it may not resonate with all of you, but some of you will certainly get the messages you were supposed to receive. So I would like for you to focus using your intuition on these card sets. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. So go ahead and pick one that resonates with you. Timestamps are going to be in the description, so you don't have to fast forward if you pick 2 or 3. But we'll go ahead and start with card set 1. I'm just going to place everything over here. All right, card set number 1. Let's start with the first card, the Tao. Okay, so here we have a very beautiful woman with very ornate clothes playing a harp. This card is the Tao. Taoism is all about flow and allowing things into your life and listening to the universe and harmony, which the harp represents harmony. It's an ancient instrument that was believed to have healing powers. So if you got this card, if this is part of your deck here, you probably have healing potential, healing powers, and you are meant to live in harmony. All right, card number 2. Reveal the peacock beauty. And again, we have the harp, which means that you can be really in tune to the universe. You have powers of direct connection. And you're probably a very spiritual person. You've probably always had premonitions or gifts or dreams or, mystical things, spiritual things. The peacock represents rebirth, and it also represents harmony again. But this was really kind of speaking to going with the flow, allowing your life to change, just like with the other card, and just embracing what life has for you and stepping out of your own way. All right, 4 of Wands. This card represents home and finding home in yourself and magic in yourself, and having those walls and that refuge within yourself. You can see here a fire is burning, and that's representative of the self again, and home. So you're probably a very passionate person, somebody who likes and can create stability. And that's probably what drives you, building community, building home, all that kind of stuff. So you're a spiritually gifted person and you have power to create community. All right, Strength. This is a great card. I love it so much because you can see here she has the boar, which is a wild animal, a wild aggressive animal. And you can see here her sword is on the ground. She has effectively become the beast tamer. So this is a great card. It really speaks to your power and your ability to take on any situation in life and just be in harmony. Again, this is about harmony and living in harmony with the universe and knowing its messages, as opposed to fighting with the universe and being in a constant state of turmoil. You can see flowers here are growing. That represents new life and freshness, and it's in contrast to this wild boar here, which again, is the beast tamer kind of thing. If you learn to tame the beast and live in harmony, you can be like this. Represents the inner goddess. The power, and that red is just, it's a stunning card, but it is, and it's very deep and very powerful. This entire deck is pretty much telling me that you have the power to listen to the universe, and you have this direct connection, and you have the power to tame any situation, and that makes you a leader. Oh, okay, rebirth. Again, with going with the flow, your life will definitely change. We have the rabbit, And we have spirals, which represents illusion. And the rabbit, the rabbit is kind of a fearful creature. And it's sort of just like, it's a very smart creature, but it sort of just kind of hides and runs from everyone. Here we have the inner child coming out of the womb of the earth and a horn being sounded. This represents reconciling your inner child and coming out of it and coming past the illusions of fear that we see represented here. This is a great card. Again, it just means that you probably have, spiritual powers and spiritual gifts that you didn't know about, and, your spirit guide is trying to show you. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. This represents your relationship with your spirit guides and the universe. This means that, again, that you have that direct connection and that you have the gifts and powers it takes to have that direct connection, and that's leadership, because a lot of people don't have the direct connection with spirit. However, you do, and you have maybe the gifts of prophecy, maybe the gifts of dreaming, dream interpretation, other things like that. So this sort of just represents you listening to the universe, being guided, straight from the universe into whatever it is that you need to express for your life. So that's what the message is for card set 1. Now we will do card set 2 right here with the pink amethyst. This is a love stone. It represents self-love. So the first card we got, Mother Fierce. This is a great card. This means that your guide and your angels and, your protection spirit, your ancestors are with you, and there's something fierce. Nothing is going to cause any harm to you at all. So you don't have to worry. This is a call to trust the universe and know that you're protected. Okay, Mother of Mercy. That ferocity, but you have to be careful that you're not so overly judgmental, and you have to be careful of this with yourself and with others. And this actually represents that you may not know the power that you actually possess or the impact that you have on people, but it is a very, very powerful impact. And just like this card here, that energy that's surrounding you, that's also your own energy, and it has a profound impact on people. So you just have to be really aware of that and how you're interacting with people, and make sure you're not being overly critical or harsh or judgmental of people. All right, Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. So pretty. This is a woman who is confident, who is self-assured, who knows what she wants in life and knows how to get it and has no problems doing so. Again, this speaks to that ferocity that you guys have, that inner lion, if you will. And look at her with her beautiful bird, and her bird is like her pet, obviously. Comes back to her, flies off, comes back to her. And she's just so confident, so self-assured. Nothing can get in her way. And this is sort of the spirit that you have, the spirit of the warrior. And that, if you're not feeling that way, then you definitely need to tap into that, because this is clearly showing me that you have the spirit of the warrior, and you're surrounded by warriors, in fact. So this tells me that you have the power to execute any of your dreams, and it's not going to actually be that hard for you. Queen of Swords. It's like, look at her. She looks amazing. Again, confident, self-assured. She has that goddess energy going on. The wind is flowing through her hair. She's just so sure of herself, and nothing's gonna stop her. She's sitting on top of a rock, and the contrast is her head in the clouds. So she has big, big, big dreams, and she just loves freedom and uses her charm to succeed. And she could have sort of an intimidating presence. Again, that goes along with all this. You could have a little bit of an intimidating presence, so you just have to be really sure that you are not coming across abrasive or judgmental. But the confidence is great. You definitely should walk in this confidence. It's just, I feel like whoever picked this card set, they're on this journey, and they've been on this journey maybe for a while, or if they haven't, they were just born with this great innate confidence. Pronounce this correctly? The felt. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. But this card is, there's a lot going on here. There's, magic. You have the power of creation here. But this just means you can do whatever you want, basically. You have that base of confidence, and you can create whatever it is you want or dream of. And in the distance is the rainbow supporting you in your dreams. I think for this card set, it's just really important to remember your impact on other people, because you are so powerful. You can literally create whatever you want. So it's just important to remember to put aside, being too critical, being harsh, or being judgmental. And that's what will allow you to stay in this great energy of creation and confidence. Four of Cups. So four represents stability and home and material items here. And here you can see the cup is. So this could represent that, you're obviously a powerful person, and you might be in relationships where people are taking too much from you, which is interfering with all of your inner power. Just remember not to entertain leeches, not to entertain narcissists, not to give anyone your light who doesn't, have their own. People can, all this confidence, they can build it themselves. They don't need you to do that. And this is just saying stay away from those kinds of toxic people and toxic relationships, and then you'll do just fine. All right. Card set number 3, and this is a little snail. Let's get started with that. Dynasty of the Divine Mother. Okay, the Divine Mother is you. She embodies prosperity and well-being and harmony and balance. This is a great card to have. Sort of like if you're feeling lost, then you have the awareness as much as one to see that. But it definitely, if you're feeling lost in any way, call on those guides, because they're there for you, and your ancestors and your angels. All right. Enter the Jade Temple. 11, a really good number too. So jade is representative again of peace and harmony, and I think that this card deck is telling me right now that if you have this, then you need to find peace and harmony. Maybe you're really struggling, suffering, and you're in a bad position. But here they're saying reach out to us for guidance and yourself, and come into the Jade Temple, where we will learn and have peace and harmony, and everything will be much better. And honestly, you can take yourself out of any bad position. It may not feel like it, but you definitely can. You have the power, and that's what these cards are telling you here. And you can notice, if you notice, only this part is really illuminated, and then this part is in still kind of darkness. That's because right now, where you're not seeing maybe the whole picture of yourself or the whole picture of the situations that you're in, and you're not really understanding why things have happened to you or are happening to you. However, everything has a purpose and everything has a reason, and you will be seeing that soon. 4 of Pentacles. So this is, again, speaks to This speaks to materialism, and I feel like maybe you're feeling like a little bit obsessed about your career or money or financial things, and you're just way too focused on materialistic gains. Maybe you want fame or fortune or something like that, but you have to be careful about obsession with the material world, because again, there are these different worlds, the spiritual world as well. So don't neglect your spiritual senses. All right, here we have the World card, which means you have the potential to create everything that you ever wanted. It's a great card. It literally just, it's a sign of completion. It's destiny, it's magic, it's just, okay, everything can come to me effortlessly now. But you do have to learn and be careful about that obsession and materialism, because otherwise you will not come to this card. But this is a great card. It's just full of good fortune. It's full of completion. It means you've overcome cycles, or that you are overcoming cycles, that you're on the right path. It's a good reminder for that. Seven of Cups. All right. So Seven of Cups here. This is another card to focus on. You've got the red here, which is the material world. I just feel like this card set, like maybe you are just obsessed with some kind of goal and you need to really get out of your own way and out of your own head, because there's more than one way to your goal, and maybe you're focused on this goal for the wrong reasons. Like you want recognition, or you want something that's not really soul fulfilling. And this card speaks a lot to emotions here, because we have the water and the cups in the water. This means maybe that your emotions could be overwhelming sometimes, and especially in relation to your goals and material possessions. Maybe you think you are defined by material possessions, and you definitely need to let go of that. Definitely let go of like obsession. If you have obsessive, compulsive behaviors, try to let go of them and be more mindful, so that you can be in the space to create the world here. All right, another card I have a hard time pronouncing, Cernos. And I'm sure someone will tell me if I mispronounced it. But again, this speaks to greed and the pursuit of power and things like that. It means that you're too obsessed. You need recognition and you need validation, and this is a space that you need to get out of. He represents the guardian of knowledge, and if you want to pass through here and wake up, you have to be in a good mindset with this guardian here. You can't just walk past him and get to the world here, the card that you want. No, you have to do the work on yourself and your emotions and everything before you can get there. So this is really telling you to drop your obsessions, to drop any sort of especially emotional obsession. If you are needing something from your life, release it, because it's just not serving you. It's just not serving you. And you have all this great potential. And this card set is kind of telling me you're coming out of the dark and you're starting to see things, that were hindering you. So if that resonates with you, maybe do a meditation and just, try to release as best as you can. But that's it. That's my first video. I love you guys very much. Thanks for supporting me. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you.